Let's talk about hiring and firing. I'm going to give you a checklist of things that every business owner needs to know. Hi, I'm Jane Muir, and I'm a business lawyer here in Miami. When you hire someone, you always want to have an offer letter that explains in detail what the person's responsibilities are going to be and expectations of hiring, along with how much you're going to compensate them and how. This is important because if the person doesn't perform to expectations, you want to be able to show them the letter that they started with and develop what's called a performance improvement plan, highlighting the expectations that are not being met from that original offer letter. So step one is begin with the offer letter. It should include things like person's on a 90-day probationary period, because usually you can tell if someone is going to work out within the first 90 days. And things like policies regarding use of AI, social media, attire, conduct, and issues that you might particularly see in your industry or field of business. When you're letting someone go, I also like to close with a letter. And something that I do in my own business, and I always advise people to do, is to offer a severance agreement whenever you're terminating an employee. This may be seen as unduly generous, especially as you might have complaints about the employee, like if they were absentee or constantly late or just really didn't fulfill their responsibilities to the company. It might really bother somebody to have to pay them a severance for leaving your employment. However, there is a real benefit to this, because if you've had a severance agreement that includes certain provisions like they have to have had the opportunity to review the agreement with an attorney for a period of time, along with a period of time to revoke the agreement so that you can satisfy certain statutory protections of employees that are built into the state and federal law. But if you pay a severance and meet all these state and federal requirements, what that can do is prevent an employee from claiming unemployment, which can be a lot more expensive than paying a week or two worth of severance. You want to begin the relationship outlining what the duties are of the employee and what your obligations will be to that employee, so that they know that you're going to fulfill your obligations. If the employee becomes less productive or fails to meet your expectations, you want to have a performance improvement plan in the middle before you terminate. And then you want to close the relationship with a severance agreement that explains that the person has had the opportunity to review something with a lawyer, that they had time to revoke the agreement, and that they're receiving severance so that they waive a right to have unemployment benefits in addition. So that's how I would handle hiring and firing an employee.